Get nothing accomplished. What are TV shows called? They call programs. Why do you think that is? Because we're being programmed every day. We're being programmed every day with our favorite shows. And those shows ain't doing nothing but destroying the minds of us and destroying the minds of our children. Social media is destroying every single one of us on a daily basis. Every single one of us. That's why we can't accomplish nothing. That's why we can't get nothing done as a people. Right? Because we're too involved in those things that are not prevalent to our growth and development. And so how come we can't come together for right now for an hour and a half and try to get something done? So we leave here, let's have an action plan so we can get something done. Right? And it's called the power of doing something different. Because we keep doing the same thing every day. What's that called? And you keep doing it over and over and over again, and we keep getting the same results. What is that called? What is that called? What is that called? How come we all know that, but we continue to do the same thing every day, over and over and over and over and over again? And then next week we'll come here, next month we'll come here, next year we'll come here, and we'll still be talking about the same shit. And I can't curse because I can do it. Right? I can do that. So we got a few speakers that's coming to speak, and I want y'all to give them your undivided attention, man, because we have been denied economic growth in this country for so long. That's right. So. And then when we do try to accomplish something and gain something, the man gonna come in and snatch it away from us. And when I say the man, who I'm talking about? Who I'm talking about?
White supremacists.
A lot of folks scared to say that, man.
Talking about white supremacists.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people scared to say white folks. Right? So we all know the coastal story. We all know what's going on. Right? So we got to come together and do something for ourselves. We can't begin to ask people to do for us what we can do for ourselves. We got to stop this. This is madness. This is delusional. Right? And we are a delusional people. We are a colonized people. Meaning that our culture has been taken away from us. Our religion has been taken away from us. Right? Our language has been taken away from us. And then we just white folks and black skins. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. But we ain't nothing but white folks and black skin. Right? I know we don't want to hear that. You know? We got to begin to build for ourselves, our children, and our grandchildren, and for generations to come. We need schools built. We need our own hospitals built.
That's right.
This is what we need. And don't tell me we ain't got the money, because I'm looking at some of y'all's shoes today. I know they cost well over $200.
Yes, sir.
You know, we fashionable now. We gonna look good. We don't do nothing else. We gonna look good. You know, we might have a $1,500 car. It might got $3,000 rims on it.
Yes, sir.
We gonna look good now. Wherever we go, man. But now it's time, man. The time is now. If not now, what MLK say? If not now, when? When we gonna do it? How many functions I've been to in the last 4 years? And we keep talking about the same thing, and ain't nothing being done. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm tired. I'm tired of coming to functions like this, man. And ain't nothing being done. Right? So we need to start right here, right today. We got some people to come in, go teach you a little bit, talk to you a little bit, you know, about financial literacy and how we can build a nation of our own. We ain't got to depend on nobody. Nobody. You know? First and foremost, we got to be able to listen to each other. We got to be able to respect one another. And I always get this, I'm going to get this, where my sheet at? I don't know who's speaking next. Somebody give me a flyer. So, okay. So, I always tell people, what does respect mean? What does it mean? Right? The word respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They had a song like that. I know y'all know it. Older guys in here. Who sing that song, Respect? I know somebody know it. Right? Read, meaning to do again. Right? R-E. And spec comes from the word spectacle. To look, the vision, to see. So when I ask you to respect me, I'm asking you to look at me again. I want you to look at me again because you might have missed something the first time. Right? So I want you to respect me. In the hood, what do we say? We say, man, you better recognize. I need you to recognize who I am. Because if you missed it, and if you missed it the second time, then we may have a problem. So when I ask you to respect me, all I'm saying is just look at me again. And what you will see I look just like you. I suffer from the same social ills and maladies that you do. My kids suffer from the same things that your kids suffer from. But somebody has taught us to hate one another. Because we ain't from the same hood. Somebody taught us that. Somebody taught us that. So now somebody got to come in and now teach us how to love one another. Because somebody taught us how to hate one another. So now we got to show and prove that we can love one another. We can work together with one another. We can trust one another. We can come together, pull our resources together, pull our money together, and build something for our kids. For our grandkids. And for our generations. That's what it's about. We got to stop playing games. Allah says this life is nothing but play and amusement, man. And you see it. We are engrossed in play and amusement. Our kids are on social media. They know how to play video games at age 1, at age 2, at age 3. This is what our children are doing. They're playing video games. Day in and day out, and you okay with it because they ain't bothering you. See, we need some parenting classes. Yeah. We need to begin to teach these kids how to become parents. How to become parents. And we got the 11 and 12-year-olds out here shooting each other like it ain't nothing. They ain't scared. You can't shame them. You can't shame them. They look at you like you crazy. They spitting in teachers' faces at the schools. I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact. A girl spit in a teacher's face. Where we learn this type of behavior from? Who do these kids think they are? And it's because of us, man. It's because of us. Man, they say he spent 41 years in prison. Most of us stand out here that spent over 25 years in prison. The streets missed us, man. The streets missed us. But right now, when we got to the age now, we don't want to be bothered with these kids. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be bothered with our own kids, much less somebody else's. But we have a social responsibility to give back to our community. We have a responsibility and an obligation, man, to uplift our community. Like the brother said, it begins with us. It begins with our families, and then it begins to be a valuable asset to our communities, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man, I got Mr. Richard Walker coming up next from Bridging the Gap. Mr. Walker is getting ready to run for office here. Tell you all about that, man. I told him we have a bucket out here because he should be campaigning now. We can't wait. Yes, sir. We need our own people in office. You know, wherever you go, you should be campaigning. You should be collecting money from people like us. That's right. To make sure you get in office. To make sure we can tell everybody we know to vote for Mr. Richard Walker. Yes, sir. This is what we got to do, man. It's politics. And we got to learn how to play the game. We got to learn how to play the game. Come on up here, Mr. Walker. Put your head out to the side and everything. You know? Talk to the people.
Right now, I'm grateful and humbled by the turnout out here today. Y'all have been through something. Yeah, I've been incarcerated, but I haven't done no time like y'all. But I did enough time to know that I won't go back and do more time. You know, and ever since then, when I came home from prison, and they told me that I no longer can vote, I got angry. You know, that's what my family, since the age of 18, embedded in our spirit based on what they went through in order to get the right to vote. So I've been on a mission since I came home from prison in 2005. You know, I worked under 2 governors as a stakeholder in advisory capacity on restoration of rights to get individuals released from incarceration and getting their rights restored. I've probably assisted over 10,000 individuals since 2005. Lily, Brandis Kennedy, and myself, we traveled the entire state of Virginia, helping individuals getting their rights restored. If you are not have your rights restored, let's do it right now. How many folk in there got their rights back? How many don't? Let me ask that question. How many don't? You see these 2 ladies over there, Sheba Williams and Angela Lozano? Please go see them and they'll get your right registered, get your rights restored right there on the spot. It's imperative. It's imperative from what y'all been through, from what we've been through, to disallow these folk to continue to treat us like they was treating you when you're incarcerated, now that you're free. We still are up under the thumb of them folk that don't mean us no good. Everybody out here practically is capable of running for office. Everybody out here is capable of being a productive member in your respective communities that you can get folks' attention that live right next door to you.
Come on.
You know, I ran in the primary back in 2019-2020. There was an incumbent already in office, Jeff Bourne. I didn't win, but I got 30% of the vote just for showing up, just for putting myself out there. Now, with the redistricting that just took place, there's an open seat and an open district that I still live in that these other folks ain't there. But I need y'all's help. Krista is passing around some donation cards, $2, $5. Listen, I'm not that joking that I'm going to get in the pockets of these major corporations. Once you sell yourself out to them, you are sold out forever. They're going to want you to do their bidding in the General Assembly, and I'm not that joking. I'm not going to allow you to dictate to me what you want because you gave me some money. Right. Too many of our politicians, black and white and black, are on the table. They get paid as a glorified individual that's working for these corporations that's giving them the money. They ain't going to give you the money without some expectations. Y'all know that. That's right. So I'm looking for $5, $10, $20, $100, $1,000, however you see fit. And on that card, it'll take you directly to our campaign finance website. And it'll give you different denominations that you can do. Listen, I've been fighting from the outside for so long, it's time to fight face to face with them jokers. It's past time to get face to face. I play politics, but not to the extent that they do. I'm going to say what I say and what I feel and how I think up front. I'm not going to dance around the issues. I'm not going to, walk a tightrope. But I'm going to be aware of what I'm saying, when I'm saying, and who I'm saying it to. You know, there's a lot of issues with second chance, issues dealing with expungements, issues dealing with individuals that have a second look, individuals that have had mental health issues that they're not addressing. You know, Brother Paul, you have my sincere condolences and love, brother. You know, you can call on me if you need me. You know, those issues, legislation such as a ombudsman, the office of ombudsman. A lot of folks call up about their loved ones in the Department of Corrections and can't get through. That's right. Can't get no answers. Can't get no justification as to why nobody's looking at their loved one. With this legislation, that'll open up an office that will have oversight over the Department of Corrections. We're looking to shut down Lawrenceville. That is a private, paid-for institution. Geosystems. You can go online right now. If you do anything about the stock game, you can go online and play stock with Geosystems. Geosystems is a for-profit prison management company. So they make their money off y'all's backs.
That's right.
That's how they've been getting paid. It's time to shut them down. I shut them down in the city of Richmond when they had a daily reporting center and was ran by Geosystems. I went to city council and I said, we need to stop this now. They did not renew their contract. They were paying these people over $500,000 to dictate and control and send individuals to prison. They weren't trying to intervene on their behalf. They were trying to get more in there so they could keep getting paid. Yeah. You know, solitary confinement. We are already written legislation for that. You know, I'm going to get legislation from y'all. I'm just going to be an mouthpiece. Legislation that we wrote for expungements or sealing of records, we wrote that on the outside. Legislation in order for fishback, Lily Brandt's kid, we wrote that on the outside. And they still have not completely let everybody go under fishback. I need y'all to fight with me. I can't do this by myself. I don't pretend to be able to do this by myself. With all you brothers and sisters out here now, I tell you, if I can get y'all to show up at the General Assembly on one bill, I guarantee you to make a difference. If I can get all y'all to be a registered voter and vote for the conscience of yourself of what matters to you, we would make a difference. When I go into prisons and speak, I'm a statewide volunteer at the Department of Corrections. I go to any prison in this Commonwealth of Virginia. Everywhere I've been, I let them know how much power y'all had while incarcerated. Because you can call your families up and dictate to your families, this is what I need y'all to do.
Come on now, that's right.
This is who I need y'all to vote for. This is the legislation I need y'all to make a decision on. This is what we need to happen for change. You can talk to your families. We got a whole lot of power, y'all.
That's right.
A whole lot. We just got to exercise it. We got to realize the power that we got and then exercise that power. You know, I'm not racist in no big, brave fashion or form. But I'm sick and tired of the way these folks, white folk been treating us. But I'm more upset at black folk because they've been allowing it for so long. And it's time to stop. Time to flip the script on letting them to continue to do what they do to us. I'm not going to be here long. I just, you know, y'all have some of the donation cards passed out. You go on there, act blue. And you can make a donation to Walker for delegate in the 79th district. If you need any assistance, I help individuals. As long as it's not a drug deal, I help individuals get their gun rights back also. Okay. You know, I've been doing, I've probably assisted 50, 60 individuals to get their gun rights. You know, I help change legislation and ordinances in City Hall, Richmond City Council. Richmond Public Schools, where when you used to have a misdemeanor, you couldn't get hired by Richmond Public Schools. I went in there and they called it a crime of moral turpitude. By the time I was done with them, and I said, the way you treat these folks and disallow them from getting employment, you are committing a crime of moral turpitude.
That's right.
You know, so we got to stand up to legislation and understand it. You know, you gotta vote and let your voices be known. I'm supposed to be here, a voice for the voiceless, but y'all got a voice. Y'all got a strong, powerful voice out here. Like Shaquille just said, y'all got to come. We got to come together and make it happen. Like Shah said, we need to pull our forces together and make it happen. We can change the world. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Hold up. I got a question. Ms. K wants you to speak on about the youth.
Young people killing each other. We are examples.